Don't. But yeah, don't be trying to compete, man. I'm just telling you guys, y'all will go broke. Hey, what is this the middle of the month? Bro, y'all will lose this entire paycheck. Yep, it's payday too. Y'all will lose this entire paycheck if you think that you are going to compete with some of these dudes that is making 30, 20, 15, 10, $1 million a year, and you over there working whatever you working. I'm chilling, man. I'm poor. Oh, look, I'm poor. I'm broke. Don't ask me for nothing. I'm not buying you a drink. I'm not even looking at you. Not happening. I'm just here to have fun with my friends and watch stupid shit. That's about it. Also, you want to know another thing we didn't talk about? You know, being that we talked about the Super Bowl, we ain't talk about Mr. Tom Brady getting 6. I really want to have this debate with people because I think, me having this debate by myself is, going to make it easy. But to me, the question I wanted to ask last week was, now that Tom Brady is at, 6, now that he won, because I knew he was going to win, has he passed Michael Jordan? Now, I've already had these little arguments and my group chats. And of course, I'm friends with a bunch of Bulls fans, so they're going to say, oh, 6-0, 6-0, and all this other stuff. And that's cute. But football is way tougher to win in than basketball. I mean, just look, LeBron James, and, this might add to his greatness or whatever, but LeBron James has controlled an entire conference where no matter what team he played on, he was going to make it to the NBA Finals. He didn't win most of them, but the point is he made it there. And my thing is, the Patriots have done double what LeBron's done, except they won 6 and only lost 3. Let's think about that. Tom Brady, by himself, has as many Super Bowls as the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise, who has the most. By himself. And next year he has a chance to top it. Like, what are you going to say when he gets to 7? He gets his 7th Super Bowl. 10 Super Bowls in 20 years. Like, what can you say? Like, I love Michael Jordan just like anybody else does. And, I grew up in that era. But, you have to appreciate this era. Now, here's another question nobody ever talks about because nobody likes hockey. What about Wayne Gretzky? What about Wayne Gretzky? I think Wayne Gretzky is the greatest player at his sport than anyone else is at their sport. Wayne Gretzky dominated hockey. Like, he dominated it, but nobody talks about it because it's hockey, and hockey's like a third world country in this country when it comes to sports. Like, I never see highlights. I never hear about anything. I can name Ovechkin, Crosby, my bad. And that's it. Like, I can't name anybody else in that sport. And honestly, when I was younger, I knew a lot of hockey players. I just guess it fell off. But my thing is, Jordan's dominance over those 6 championships in 8 years, I think that can be spoken about. But as far as like pure dominance, like this thing about this, I'm a big Spurs fan, and I know Tim Duncan throughout his whole entire career never missed the playoffs. They won 50 games every single season, and that was thought of to be like a great team accomplishment. Man, this dude done won 6 Super Bowls. Some teams haven't even been to 1 Super Bowl. I bet some of y'all favorite teams only got like 3 Super Bowls. Like, I mean, he has more Super Bowls than my old favorite team. Dude has 6. And, then people will go to the Jordan discussion, but I mean, Kareem has 6 championships and 6 MVPs. Jordan has 5. Kareem, all-time leading scorer. Honestly, if you combine high school, college, and NBA, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the greatest basketball player of all time. Now, people ain't going to go to the Bill Russell thing, and I'm not either, but his accomplishments is crazy. I was watching TV, and I just learned that Bill Russell in win or go home games in his career, he had 21. That is college, Olympics, NBA. Dude is 21-0. That's crazy. But honestly, it's tough. But I'm giving a nod to the football player, man. It's tougher to do that. I still think that at his best, Michael Jordan's the best athlete I've ever seen. But sometimes you got to add that plus longevity. Jordan played 15 years. This dude was playing 19 years. And I know they changed the rules in football to cater to offenses and all. But, bro, we all seen Peyton Manning, like, literally fall off a cliff, like, within a week. Like, 1 week he was really, pretty good. And then the rest of we thought we were seeing that this year with Tom Brady, man. They gave him a week's rest and it was a wrap. I mean, I would love to hear what you guys got to say about that. Who do y'all think is better? I mean, and I don't want to hear no biased Bulls fans and all this other stuff. I mean, I want y'all to come with some real stuff. And I don't want to hear, well, I know what I'm hearing. Oh, he went 6-0. That's cute and that's really nice. But bro, to get to nine Super Bowls, bro. 9. I think Dallas is 5-3. I think he's been to more Super Bowls. I think he's been to more Super Bowls than I think any team has been to Super Bowls. Wait a minute. Pittsburgh won 6. They lost. I think they lost 2. They lost 2. And I'm assuming Dallas is 5 and I think Dallas been to 9. I think he's tied with Dallas. Let's think about that. An individual is tied with a franchise that's been around double, triple his career. NFL is what? 80, 90 years old. And this dude's only been playing for 19 years and he's done that. And yes, you do give credit to the coach. But you also give credit to Phil Jackson because look, before Phil got there, Mike was getting bounce. That's the truth. You can say the same thing about with Shaq and Kobe. Even Kobe, before Phil came back, Kobe was struggling. Like, he was balling, but he was struggling to win anything. He didn't win anything. So you can say that about him, too. You can say that about a lot of people. I mean, I just can't speak on the Wayne Gretzky thing because as great as I know that he was, I don't have I don't have enough background on it. So I'm just going to stick with what I know. Like, I could stick with the Tiger Woods thing and the golf thing. That's crazy. I know more about golf than hockey. But, and I'm also going to say greatest living or greatest American athlete, because we ain't even going to get into soccer and all that other stuff because that stuff is complicated. And honestly, the rest of the world values that more than we value anything. So I'll just say that, just like people get into, LeBron James is the most, popular athlete in the world, and that is the furthest thing from the truth. That's a lie to manipulate people into thinking that American sports is more important than what it actually is. Like, soccer is killing it overseas, and it's not even close. And I'm not even just talking about in Europe. I'm talking about Europe, South America, Central America, like killing it. Like Ronaldo and Messi, like it's not even close. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with Tom Brady, man. It's about that time that, everyone jumped on the boat and appreciate this greatness. Tom Brady, greatest American sports athlete, team sport athlete. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I got some great feedback about last week's podcast. Some of the messages I got from females were, some of them agreed. Then some of them was like, man, y'all full of shit, or some of y'all are full of shit, or Anthony, you're full of shit, whatever. Then I got some bitching about why wasn't there a female on? Because I ain't want a female on it. How about that? I'm waiting. I want to do an episode where it's just females. I want y'all to be able to just talk, and I'm just gonna sit there and listen, and I'm just gonna ask y'all questions, and I'm not gonna go back and forth with y'all because I'm not gonna win that by myself. And no, I didn't want that. I wanted them to just be able to say whatever it is they wanted to say, and that be it. I didn't need no female interjecting and them being right because they always right. I'm just fucking with y'all, man. I'm just playing. No, I'm not. Y'all do think y'all always right, but I'm just saying I just wanted, a man's perspective. I want to do a show where I get the female's perspective, and then I want to do a show when there's a clash of the titans. We're going to see who wins. The woman usually does. I'm man enough to admit that. I'm old enough to know that. But I just want to see it happen. And I want to get some very confrontational people on here. But yeah, I received great positive feedback. My whole thing is, I was just watching, I was just watching this clip from Steve Harvey. And I don't like Steve Harvey, but it was a clip where the girl was taking the position that I was taking. And then Steve Harvey tried to, oh, she just ain't sure. And then the girl, when she got up, she was like, no, I just want something to myself. Like, we share so much. Can I have something to myself? We share so much of our lives, people in my business to know, like, okay, when we're having a problem, they know it because of social media. Because when you get addicted to social media, everything tends to go on in social media. That's why I posted that picture in my Insta story about, does social media, does it dictate everything that you're doing? Like, does it dictate everything that you're doing? As far as, like in the picture, it showed the girls, she has a vegan shirt on, but yet she still eats meat. So is she just doing that for Instagram? She got the Kylie lip stuff. Is she doing that because Kylie's very popular and that's the thing to do? And I'm not gonna lie, all of us fall victim to it. Like all of us do. Like when I first got my car, I was like, yeah, I'm a stunt. But I didn't get it because I was trying to impress anybody. I was getting it because that's the kind of car I like. Like I like that car. Like my next car I get, which I'm praying on right now, I'm not getting it because I'm trying to stunt on anybody. I'm just getting it because that's something I like. But all of us fall victim to that stuff, one time or another. But recently, I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like y'all, I'm not telling y'all everything. Y'all don't need to know everything. Like y'all, I've done some, really big things and accomplished some really big goals last year, over the last 2 years, really, and haven't spoken a word about it because it ain't nobody's business. My friends know, and that's all it needs to know. I want to keep certain things to myself. And that's all I was pretty much saying. I don't want to do everything for the gram. Anyway, I thank y'all for taking your time out to listen to this podcast. I know next week when I do get back on here, we're going to talk about what happened All-Star Weekend. I might have a few guests. I might not. I hope I have a few guests. And we're just going to keep this thing rolling, man. We're going to continue to have fun. So until next time, music for today's show is done by Tay P Beats. That is Tay P _Beats on Instagram and Twitter. Man, get you some of this hot shit, man. You hear it?